the world. And over 500 million people actually have heart problem in the world. And then I want you to familiarize yourself with the things you can do to prevent heart problems. One of them would be to ensure that you eat the right things. So healthy diet. Healthy diet means that we are eating food that is low in saturated fat. Saturated fat is bad fat from meat. Okay, we don't want things like that. Then we must eat a lot of fiber, so whole grain food. Okay, and then drink lots of water. Then we want to also increase our activity level. So walking is a good form. It's one of the things we do to prevent cardiovascular disease. Okay, so instead of taking keke or taking Okada or driving, we walk to the nearest place. Another thing we can do to prevent cardiovascular disease is to ensure that we sleep right. So we want 6 to 8 hours of sleep for adults, okay? At least 6 hours of sleep. And then avoid smoking, avoid alcohol, okay? And ensure that we have good time to relax with our family and avoid stress. Those are the things we can do to prevent heart disease. I'm just showing you one or two things on the picture. These are things I've already talked about. So we want you to increase your activity level by exercising. Exercise doesn't mean you need to go to the gym. It just means you need to be moving, walking around, or avoid smoking. Then we don't want a lot of overweight. Adding too much weight is not good for you, okay? So increase your activity level and then reduce the portion of food they eat so that we can maintain the right weight, normal body weight. That's what we want. And then we want to prevent high blood pressure. So I've already talked about that one. Reduce stress level by relaxing with our family and friends. Then ensure that we check our blood sugar. If it is high, we must control it with medication and diet and other lifestyle. Okay, and then also our cholesterol level is important. If the cholesterol is high, we have medications to control it. We also control it with our diet and our exercise.
Aging with dignity. I don't 2024. Aging with dignity. I don't 2024. Aging with dignity. Aging with dignity. Aging by the swag. Aging with dignity. Aging with dignity. I don't 2024. Aging with dignity.
I like to know if eating meat is good for the health.
You'd like to know, the question she asked is, she'd like to know if eating meat is good for the heart. Okay, so we all know that anything in excess is not good. So if you have to take meat, I think you should do it very moderately. But there are better options to meat, like fish and the rest, because you need food to keep your whole body healthy. So food is important. If we say don't eat this, what are you then going to do? You also have to consider your budget, affordability, and some other factors put in place. But whatever it is you decide to do, just make sure you do it in moderation. If you take too much of meat, definitely you know it's not good. So moderation is the key. And take a lot of healthy ones, like fish is healthier than meat. So do a lot of fish if you can afford it. But if you can't afford it, you can take your meat in moderation.
We're celebrating the World Heart Day, where it's another opportunity for us to remind ourselves on the important things we can do to protect our heart. Let's remember that we need to reduce our salt intake. Let's also try to ensure that we exercise, at least taking 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week as a minimum, to ensure that we avoid putting on weight, which will increase our cardiovascular risk and the risk of having heart-related problems. We also need to eat more fruits and vegetables, stop smoking, reduce alcohol intake, or if possible, even avoid it altogether. By the time we do all this together as a team, we can ensure that we have a healthy heart that works for us and ensures that we live longer. Thank you.
Orúkọ tèmi ni Elder Olayinka Akanni, patient of LASU Geriatric Clinic. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Amuba Foundation ló fún mi ní àǹfààní àti ṣe ECG ọ̀fẹ́ lẹ́nu. Ọlọ́run á pẹ̀lú wọn, Ọlọ́run máa gbàdúrà wọn, Ọlọ́run máa bùkún wọn. Àwọn tó ní àti àwọn iṣẹ́ ọlọ́gbọ́n wọn, Ọlọ́run á fara àlùbáríkà wọn. Dúpẹ́ gan ni o, dúpẹ́ kìí gan. Ìjẹ́ kí n ṣe yìí yẹn, ìsìtẹ̀sì yìí àǹfààní ńlá ni. Dúpẹ́ gan lábùkún lọ́wọ́ pẹ̀lú wọn.